Is Hokit riding momentum or building a legacy? Is he just hot right now, or is he here to define an era?
I've never seen in the last decade a heavyweight fight in which two strikers throw high volume strikes in a heavyweight fight. During the fight, he gives him the finger 9 times. Like, this is how much this guy is constantly just on the ball with a character.
Which one?
I like him a lot, man. Makes you want to see Aspinall versus Hokit now.
It's easy to get excited after a big win, especially at heavyweight. But with Hokit, the question is bigger. Is he just hot right now, or is he here to define an era? Well, right off the bat, that was a great fight.
Was that not?
Boom, boom. Two giants hitting the... Like, I don't know, what was that other guy's name again? Sorry?
Curtis Blaydes.
He got knocks to the head, man. He got...
Curtis Blaydes is number 4. Sorry, he's number 4 ranked going into that fight.
And this guy, he came out of nowhere, Hokit? Like
Josh Hokit.
Did he fight before?
He's fought before. Yeah, it's his 3rd fight in
UFC.
In UFC, yeah. And he won all 3. First was first round knockouts. Yeah, there were first round knockouts against Jimenez. Second one, first round TKO against Denzel Freeman, and the 3rd win was against Blaydes.
Oh, he's 9-0.
9-0, but 3-0 in the UFC.
Okay, got it.
Because you can still have a pro record before you come into the UFC.
Where did he fight before?
Good question. I don't.
Was it MMA? Was it like MMA?
It would have to be a. Yeah, usually it's if you're a pro record on your MMA, exactly. Unless he's a boxer, then it would be on his box.
No, he was a wrestler back in the day.
Yes, he was a wrestler. That's right. For I think he played national. Like he was at the national competitions. He was state competition level. He was very good wrestler. But I mean, this guy went from like people hating him on a Wednesday night,
exactly,
because of his antics.
He's a joke. He's
everyone loving him on the Saturday night.
So funny.
He put on one of the greatest heavyweight fights I have ever seen.
Oh yeah, really?
I have ever seen. I rewatched. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking of this fight. It is the greatest like not the greatest, because there have been fights in the past 10, 15, but the past decade, this is my top one. This goes up. I've never seen in the last decade a heavyweight fight in which two strikers constantly throw volume strikes, high volume strikes in a heavyweight fight. It is insane to see big guys, and it's so refreshing because we're going to talk about him later, how Hokit now got a fight coming up at the White House versus Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis, I love him. Great heavyweight fighter. He's fun. He does his thing, takes off his underwear in the ring, but he has no gas. He's just, you look at him, he's not a guy that's in shape. Not a heavyweight.
Well, usually a lot of these heavyweight fights are just slower. They're slower fights.
They're slopping. So they gas out after a round or two. I've seen Derrick lose his gas after literally 1 round, and he was just, So that's what I'm not expected to see. We shouldn't be expected to see heavyweight fighters like that. We should be expected to see Josh Hokit.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's refreshing to finally see a guy that stands up in the heavyweight division with the speed and volume that he has, the power that he has. Curtis Blaydes said it after the fight. He goes, that can punch.
Yeah.
He can punch. They actually went into the hospital together on the ambulance ride. And Josh told him, he's like, he basically, Curtis asked him, he's like, dude, you hurt me. Like, what the fuck? And Josh is like, dude, why don't you just go down?
Yeah, why did you just go down? Because the other guy didn't go down. He broke his orbit,
This orbital socket. That's crazy. Right. That's right. He broke it. That's insane how these guys went through. And honestly, it was something. People are calling him the Incredible Hawk now. Because
I like him a lot, man. Last time I brought it up, his whole shenanigans that he was doing on his pressers and stuff, and for me, I love that stuff. He was. There was a big act to it.
Oh, but it's not original. You're just taking something from wrestling, basically.
So is he the new WWE villain of the UFC? Like, is it a good thing to have this WWE villain who when in the press conference he's acting like this? In the fight, I put I don't know if you saw it, Brian, but I added a clip in our folder. During the fight, he gives him the finger 9 times. Like, this is how much this guy is constantly just on the ball with a character.
Which one?
The 3rd one.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right away from the start, eh?
From the get-go, he goes up to Curtis and he's like, this in your face, you're going to see it all 15 minutes.
Mhm.
There you go. Like, just, he doesn't even care about his name. Just, hey, how's it going? You. And look at him. It's like, no, fuck you.
Oof,
Oh,
that's
man,
when he broke his
I
freaking.
loved it.
Oof.
Oof.
But I want to ask you, Patty.
What?
Is this a character, or is he's a bit not? Well, he's a bit like I look at him and I think like I see autism or something. A bit like
You think?
child, like a little childish. Like
I think it's just an act.
I think, oh yeah, and I think he's got this character so well, or characters.
Yeah.
Look at his pants, how red they are.
Yeah.
That is not a drip of his blood. That's all Curtis's blood. Because he didn't really get cut.
No, eh?
because I also see him play this thing like he's like a little boy, like in interviews.
that's
You know?
it.
He plays 3 different roles. He plays the macho man role, that all-American with the hoodie when he's not. He plays when he goes up for the weigh-ins.
He's like a little shy boy.
So that's his innocent way.
Yeah.
He plays 3 different characters. There's like the innocent shy boy. There's the macho man, and then there's the thug. In
Vapos
Vatos Locos.
Vatos Logos. That's it. Thug. That's it. So he plays them all brilliant because you expect him to come up for the weigh-ins and do, finger, Vatos Locos or American. No, he came up hiding, his private parts. Very like it's all character. I love it. He
This guy's not
feeds into
suffering
it.
from multiple
Nah.
personality disorder.
He's feeding into it, and I think it's great. I think it's
fun.
It's great. While it's there, it's fun to watch, and he backs it up.
Yeah.
He backs it up, man.
He
He went from a no rank to beating, dominating by decision in 3 rounds Curtis Blaydes, and number 4 rank.
He's a tough cookie, man.
And
too.
Curtis Blaydes is maybe not the fastest striker, maybe not the most volume striker, but he has a chin, and he can take a hit, and he's proved himself, Curtis Blaydes. So to see this guy come in after 3 UFC fights and to take down Curtis like that, it was like he just manpowered right over Curtis. What next? Is he going to jump from 0 rank to like 9 now? He's going to be in the top 10. I'd be curious, Brian, if you want to check. I don't know if they ranked him yet, the UFC, but I'm pretty sure going up to the White House, he's going to be in the top 15. He's got to go into the top 15.
It makes me want to see Aspinall versus Hokit now.
Oh man, if he could jump up to the heavyweight though, or Aspinall would have to like lose a lot of weight and come down. But Lewis is an 8th. I don't see him being an 8th class. I'm going to be curious to see how this fight's going to go.
So apparently this guy impressed. The only reason he went to the White House because apparently Trump asked for him. That's what they're saying.
Trump and Joe Rogan during the fight made a comment, and a little bit of both kind of like created this fight of how it happened. And a lot of people, there's a little pushback because like it's like that flaw of like it doesn't go with the official rankings. It's like whatever people want to do.
Yeah,
it's a bit of like free for all kind of thing.
But
it is a little unprofessional. While people like to see what people are asking for.
The White House is kind of like a show. It's not really like it's kind of like
so that's it. So I mean, who better than to get a show guy like?
Come on, this guy coming out with an American flag.
Oh man,
onto the stage.
It's so true, eh?
He received the first what do you call it?
Bonus?
Fight bonus?
Yeah.
He got the double.
Made 200K.
Performance and fight. He made 200K.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we stepped into this new era that the UFC now, I guess they've heard us complaining on the Checkin podcast. They're not paying their fighters enough. So now they've jumped up that the performance pay is no longer 20 grand or 40 grand. It's 100.
Nice.
So ever since they jumped it up to 100 grand, he's the first one to get a double pay on that. So he got 200K for that fight. That's
awesome.
That's crazy.
See, we could make a difference, guys. We could
make a difference. I think Dana's listening to us.
Finally.
It's about time, Dana. I'm still not paying for your pay-per-views, Dana.
Next time you're in Montreal, come in.
Come on in.
Open invitation. But during that night, that fight, they were talking about crypto.com, $1 million. I don't know if you heard. What's that about?
Crypto.com? You mean?
There's something about crypto, $1 million, like the first time a fighter's going to get $1 million.
Oh, so crypto's getting... No, I didn't hear about this. I didn't hear about this.
They're talking about it all
Well,
night.
they were talking about it a long time that crypto wanted to have some kind of a reward system in because they're big. They're on the mat. They're big sponsors of UFC, Crypto.com. And people were like, well, if these guys have the money, have them pay the fighters. And since the UFC is not doing shit about it.
Yeah. So Crypto.com has announced a $1 million bonus pool in CRO tokens. You don't even get money. You get tokens.
You get tokens.
For fighters participating in the UFC Freedom 250. Okay, so it's for you. It's for the White House event. Got it.
Yeah.
So they're offering $1 million bonus in crypto tokens.
To what? Performance of the night or?
A bonus pool. The event would celebrate grounds bonus structure. The $1 million in CRO, roughly 14.4 to 14.6 million CRO tokens will be distributed to selected fighters as a bonus on top of standard payouts and traditional performance bonuses.
Okay.
So I guess if you win the fight, you get part of this.
You get a so
get a
the
cut of
$1
the
million pool. There's like percentages in there that go to certain fighters and
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's crypto.
So
Yeah, it's not.
in other words, buy the CRO token right now.
Yeah, because
and sell it,
It's gonna skyrocket on you on June 14th. It's gonna skyrocket.
and then sell it by June 14th. That's it. Ciao.
All right. If you're listening, viewers,
I can just give you a good.
here's your finance tip of the day.
Or UFC/finance.
and just give you 50% right there. There you go. No, but this is what's his name almost got the bonus, right? Paulo Costa.
Paulo Costa.
That's what he
And
thinks.
that was an upset.
Yeah.
That's actually an upset because that he should have won that fight. Paulo Costa has been on a tear recently, and he showed why he's the greatest of his division in that fight. I don't know, man. No, but I think we got a good thing in the heavyweight division. It wasn't too long ago that I was on the heavyweight division.
Right. Yeah.
I was on it because Tom Aspinall hurt. I was like, what are we doing? We're going nowhere. Look at this guy. They're listening. They're listening,
He
boys.
injected in some life into the heavyweight. Huh?
Exactly. I think he's going to be, we talked about WWE. He's going to act like this WWE villain. We had this in the UFC. It was Brock Lesnar in the past. Brock Lesnar played that villain in the WWE, but he also did it in the UFC. He was that big, tough, bad guy in the heavyweight and just scary. People would just look at him and be like, not normal. Who would want to fight that guy? I think he's becoming that evil lore that just is starting to creep up in the heavyweight, and people are just like, who is this
Maybe
guy?
he could be the hero, the American hero.
Maybe he could.
Do you think it's gonna catch on? Maybe like UFC fighters never want to be like do those promos like in like WWF or WWE because it was cheesy. And not cheesy, but they want to separate themselves. Like, this is serious. This is real fighting.
Professionalism from
that's showbiz.
entertainment.
But now this guy's starting it. Maybe he's
Well, I mean, listen, I feel as if like the UFC is always cutting promos and cutting promos and cutting promos.
Yeah, but
might as well just go all the freaking.
Yeah, I
out.
know, but it was never like professional like entertainment wrestling. It was always it more like it was a bit more serious.
But at this point, might as well do
Like when they were threatening, they're actually like they're gonna try and beat their ass. It's not like they're gonna
no, but then you can still
play a character.
play the character and beat his ass too
for
at the same
sure.
time.
But
So
you think people are gonna start doing that? Play a character.
I think, I think that the goal, because there has to be a goal behind playing a character. He's not just doing it for the fun of it.
It wins a fan base for sure. It's
The brand.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
It's all about branding.
Yeah,
We've talked
exactly.
about the UFC is about branding. These guys aren't fighting until they're 55. He needs to be this brand where if he gets out of here, let's say there's a fallout with Dana White or with UFC, and we've seen it with champions, Tom Aspinall, John Jones, people that just leave. They're like Francis Ngannou, champions who have left the UFC, who have gone to other places for futures. If God forbid something happens to him and he has a brand and he goes to bare knuckle boxing,
good.
or he goes to PFL, or he goes somewhere else,
he's good.
MVP, he's good.
Hey,
he's laughing.
well, you know what? This guy can go into acting. Hey, might as well freaking make your own movie, man.
At this point, if it's entertainment, I don't mind it as long as you walk the talk.
Sure.
You can say all you want, you're blah, blah, blah. But the second you step in the ring and you get your off,
No, it's a different
people are
story.
going to stop believing in you, and you're going to die as quick as you came up.
Exactly.
Then they say, he's all show.
Yeah, exactly.
He's all talk. He's all show.
Exactly. That's right.
That's why, like the Jiri thing, like is it a show kind of thing? Allmark was kind of like I see through this guy. He's not real. He's fake. Whatever he's doing is pretty much.
you have no choice to say that. You know what I mean? Like, do you want yourself to look even worse?
Like
you have to say, like, if you go on with that story, then you're making it look like you're weak.
Yeah.
And you don't deserve to be the champion. He's got to hold that title and be like, this guy, champions find ways to win. That's the way, and he should have that attitude going forward, because if he is the champion, you can't show that weakness in you and be like, so I think either way, regardless of what Jiri said or how Rogan would have set him up or not set him up, even if there wasn't a post-fight interview.
I mean, never mind whatever happened to the Mercy thing. We're talking about like Jiri, like his whole show, that he's like this such a spiritual type of warrior that for him is like, it's you either fight me or you know, or you do this mumbo jumbo type of thing, you know. But that could be also an act, you know, that in itself Yuri's doing, and that's his way of you know, selling yourself type of thing. You know what I mean, for your future. But hey,
I'd be curious to see Yuri's next match, because I'm positive that he learned from this. This is not going to happen again.
You know,
I don't think Yuri's going to do this again, and I don't think. Any fighters, I think fighters learned a lesson from this.
Everybody,
they're like, holy shit, I can break someone's leg and still lose the fight? Like, that doesn't make sense. I broke this guy's leg. He shouldn't even be standing. He should be worried about his knee, yet he's taking me out with one strike on my weak chin. Should I work on my chin? Should I work on my guard? What should I work on? My spirituality? I don't know, but he's got to get his together.
Exactly.
Like, that guy's got to change his game plan, because whatever he went into that fight with, that's not the way you're going to come out a champ.